I was at a church service once, and there was a guest pastor speaking. He said that he was going through a series on evangelism at his church, and he wanted to share with us essentially one of the messages that he had preached, and kind of one of the tangible takeaway techniques that he had for his church. And that particular message, or even the series, was called Pray for One. And what he had done was he made those cute little rubber bracelets, the bracelets that all advertising companies like to use. They have something imprinted, words imprinted, or letters put on them somehow to advertise. Well, he had these little bracelets that said Pray for One, and he had one for everybody in the congregation. This is a pretty big church, okay? And the idea he was trying to communicate was that we would just pray for God to send us one person to witness to, that God will bring them, right? And he had a story about how he'd witnessed to a lady in his driveway, okay? This kind of thing really feels like evangelism, but it's not. It's not. The question that I would have for this kind of perspective is, what if God has already brought us 20 people in our workplace, in our job, in our school, at the grocery store, in our neighborhood? Can you only imagine what God sees when he looks down at us from heaven and he has put us among all these unbelievers? We're walking, we're talking, we're working alongside, living alongside so many of these non-Christians, and yet we're kneeling by our bedside saying, God, please, please send me someone to witness to. What do you think God thinks when he sees that? Most believers in America are within walking distance, always within walking distance of someone who does not know Christ. Yet here we are saying, God, please send us someone to witness to. We talk so much about praying for opportunities to share our faith. You ever done that? You ever prayed for, God, please give me an opportunity to share my faith? Or prayed for somebody else, God, give them opportunities to share their faith. I want to read to you Ephesians 5, verses 15 to 16. It says, "Be careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity, because the days are evil." We need to be urgent about this. We need to make the most of every opportunity. We already have opportunities within our reach. Paul said something very similar in Colossians 4, verse 5. He said this. He said, "Be wise in the way you act toward outsiders. Make the most of every opportunity." You see, so much we talk about praying for opportunities, but we never talk about taking existing opportunities or making new ones. See, we got so many people around us all the time. We already have these opportunities. We don't need to pray for more of them. We already have them. And if we don't seem to have them, which we usually do, what about making new ones? You see, somehow our prayer life always paints the picture that the opportunities are just outside of our reach. Just outside of our reach. And that's a problem. We need to make the most of the opportunities we already have. Remember that today. And remember, woe to us if we do not preach the gospel.